So another Melungeon truth is that very much so not all people who could be considered Melungeons have a valid claim to Native American descent, and blood quantum could be an issue depending on the tribe, and all tribes have different tribal requirements to be enrolled on a specific tribe. Now, one thing that has played a part in preventing a lot of Melungeons from being enrolled on various tribes is location. So if we follow the movements of the Melungeons out of Virginia, where they originated out of, and follow them all throughout their movements, they kind of have missed this role or that role by a year or two, or they have applied to be a part of different roles and they are on those roles, but just as rejections. And when we understand that, even some of the comments on my last video pointed out that even full-blooded Native Americans are having issues enrolling on their own tribes because of either mixing with another tribe or tribal enrollment requirements, roles being shut down. There's a lot of reasons why the majority of Melungeons are not enrolled on tribes, and it is not only because they're not Indian. There's plenty of Native Americans that are not enrolled on tribes, and there's plenty of unrecognized tribes, and there's plenty of tribes that are still going through the process of gaining recognition. And as far as DNA is concerned, the DNA studies, they are horrible. They're completely horrible, especially when we come down to talking about quote-unquote Melungeons, because for one, the only people that partake in those DNA studies are the people that are very proud to be Melungeons and consider themselves to be a mix and to be a plethora of different races. And when you go to take your DNA test, it reflects that, or to partake in the DNA studies. Many tribes do not partake in DNA studies. They refuse, they don't like it, they have passed legislation to not be involved in it. And when we understand that there is still an opportunity out there for unrecognized tribes to become either state or federally recognized, and when we're closing that door using this Melungeon terminology and trying to cut them off and take that away from these people who are Native American by publicating things like Melungeon, you are doing a huge disservice, and it's nobody's concern what the blood quantum is. You know, I personally know of many Native Americans who would be considered Melungeon that are of 3/4 or half or a quarter blood quantum of Native American. That does not mean that they are not Native American just because they are not enrolled somewhere, but they are very much so Native American, identifying from Native American families. They work and live around their tribal units. They have tribes that they have formed, either unrecognized or fighting for recognition. So when we talk about this, we have to understand that, you know, Native Americans are not Melungeons.